Hello and welcome to Master Unity by building 6 fully featured games from scratch. Now, when I first wanted to create this course, I started thinking, what should I create? And after a little while, it came to me that I need to create something that wasn't there when I first wanted to learn game development, and that is a course with practical examples. So here we are going to create 6 fully featured games, as the title says, from scratch to a polished final product. And we are going to touch every aspect of game development, from importing assets to creating enemies, creating collectibles, obstacles, creating players' movement, animations, menus, option menus, main menus, pause panels, everything that you can imagine that you need to know in order to create your own full-featured game from scratch. So we are going to touch every aspect of game development. As we said, we are going to prepare the project, we are going to model our game, we are going to implement our gameplay logic, we are going to implement everything from scratch, and above all that, we are also going to implement some other features that I also did not found searching the web, and that is adding ads to your games, adding Google Play Game Services, adding Facebook, adding Twitter, so that you can make your game more interactable with your users. They can compete with each other, play with their friends, with their family, so on and so forth. So let us take a look at these 6 games that we are going to create in this course. Okay, let us now have a quick overview of the games that we are going to create. And here we have Jack the Giant, which is the first game that we are going to create in the course. And I will quickly run the game, and we have here a nice main menu, and I will not go in too much detail into these options and what we can do. I'm going to start the game and show you what we are going to do with this game. So here we have Jack, and we need to help him climb down this beanstalk by landing on these white clouds and avoiding the dark clouds. And also, if we fall down, we are going to die, and then we are going to restart our game. We also have the coin score, life score, and high score. So as I said, this is going to be a short overview. So now we are going to move on and see what is the next game that we are going to create. Next, we have the good old Flappy Bird, but we are going to implement some different features than what the original Flappy Bird had. So when I run the game, we have here our main menu. We can select our bird, which is different, and we can choose from 3 birds, and we are going to see how can we do that. Now, going in our gameplay, we have our regular gameplay, and we are going to see how can we spawn all of these pipes, so on and so forth. And now if I die, we have the game over panel showing us the score and the best score. So now let us take a look at the next game that we are going to create. Next, we have our Cowboy Runner game, which is an infinite runner game. And if I play it now and go into the gameplay, we have our cowboy, and he is running, and he needs to jump over all of these obstacles. If they carry him off the screen, then he will die. And when we die, we have this nice game over panel. We can restart the game or go back to our main menu. So now let us move to the next game. Spider Game is a 2D platformer game where we have levels and we have enemies. So when I play the game, let me run level 1, and now we can walk all over the level. Let me just go quickly here into the scene, and well, let me see, or let us take a look at which level or what kind of level we have. So it's a pretty huge level, and we need to reach the exit here, avoiding all of these spiders. So if they touch us, then we are going to die, and we need to collect all of these diamonds along the way. So I will die here, let the spider kill me, and move on to the next game. The 5th game is a puzzle game, or actually it's a memory game, but I call it a puzzle game. And we need to match 2 equal images in order to complete, well, the mission. So each time we match 2 equal, they are going to disappear, and when we finish it, we are going to see a nice panel showing us how many stars we have earned depending on the speed which we solved the puzzle or the memory game. The final and the most complex game that we are going to create is Ball Panic. And if I run the game, here we have a lot of things going on. So we have our shop where we can shop weapons, and if I go to play, we can select a character, even a weapon for our character. When I click next, we have levels here, and when I play the level, we have balls bouncing around and we need to shoot them in order to complete the level. And each time we shoot the ball is going to, well, drop something like a dynamite here, and this dynamite is going to destroy itself, so on and so forth. And we see that the ball has killed us. So this is the final game that we are going to create. And this was, in short, all of the games that we are going to create in this course. Of course, if you want to see a more detailed description of each game, in the beginning of each section, before we create a game or before we begin creating the game, you can see the video where you have a more detailed description and everything what we are going to create in our game for that section, of course. So I know you must be eager to start learning and create all of these awesome games, so I'm not going to stall any further. Let us dive in the course and create these cool games.